This woman was captured and tortured for hours by 8 people. This is a story of Mohogany Jackson. Quick disclaimer that I'm just a girl, I'm not a lawyer, and all this information is publicly available. Also, this is an active and ongoing investigation, so all of this information is alleged. Mohogany Jackson was a 20-year-old mother from Alabama. Friends and community members described her as someone who is full of life, and she was someone trying to build a better life for herself. She was a young mom who loved her child and a daughter who mattered deeply to her family. On the night of February 24th and the early morning hours of February 25th, 2024, her world changed forever. She sent a text to her mother saying, quote, "I am being held hostage." She included a location in her text and asked for police to be sent. The fear in her message was real. I can't even imagine getting that text. I'd freak out. So a massive search party was launched near the area where she sent her location, and the next morning, authorities found her body by the side of the road in Birmingham, Alabama. She had been fatally shot in the back of the head. So this missing persons case quickly turned into a homicide investigation. Investigators say that Mohogany was kidnapped, tortured, and essayed, and it was later found that the people who attacked her recorded the essay. She was kicked, punched, dragged, had a loaded weapon pointed at her, and was forced into hours of pure torture. Police investigated the case and found 8 suspects. 8 people were charged. Let's go through the list. First is Brandon Pope, who was 24 years old. The night of the incident, Mohogany went to his home to confront him over a stolen weapon and some money, according to investigators' reports. Next is Francis Harris, who was 25 years old. According to investigators, he was the one who fired the fatal shot. Jeremiah McDowell is 18 years old and is the youngest suspect. He was involved with Pope and Harris in the capture and movement of Mohogany that night. Blair Green was 25 years old and one of the group of 8 who assisted in the SA. Sanaya McCall was 23 years old and helped in the kidnapping and unaliving. Teha Lewis was 26 years old. Evidence showed that she was part of the group who captured and held Mohogany. Giovanni Clapp was 23 years old and assisted with the kidnapping, but later had his assault charges reduced. And the last terrible person on this list, not the least, is Ariana Robinson, who was 23 years old. Her defense initially claimed that she was just a witness and not a perpetrator, but the state alleges that she was non-compliant with the investigation. Some of them were originally charged with felony, but later all 8 charges got upgraded to capital by a grand jury in September. And prosecutors say that they're seeking the penalty in each of their cases. So I'm sure you're all wondering what went down and how the hell this all happened. So now that everyone's been introduced, let's dig into it. According to testimony, the whole situation began over a stolen loaded weapon and money from Mohogany's purse. Investigators say that Mohogany went and confronted these people about what happened. She even made one of them strip down to prove that they didn't have the weapon on them. Then she was taken by the group, held at a house, assaulted in broad daylight, then moved and forced to get into a car with them. She was told they were, quote, cleaning a car, when in fact they were driving her to the place where they would hold her, torture her, SA her, and then end up unaliving her. During the trial, the details that were revealed were absolutely gruesome. Remember how I said that the SA was caught on camera? Well, that video was shown in court, and screenshots of cell phone footage were also showed of other parts of the attack. Investigators say that the videos show Mohogany being restrained, assaulted, spit on, beaten with objects, including a baseball bat and a ball, repeatedly. At one court hearing, the state walked through image after image, explaining what was going on in each one. Mohogany never had a moment of freedom in that footage. By March of 2024, 6 of the 8 had appeared in court for preliminary hearing, and by September, all 8 charges were upgraded to capital. In February of 2025, all 8 were back in court for a pretrial hearing with the new charge. And the judge asked whether plea deals were on the table at all, and the state said no. So they want to go full trial. They're seeking a penalty for all 8 offenders. The defense is facing what one attorney called the most evidence they've ever seen in a case. And the aftermath of all of this has been terrible for Mohogany's family. Her mother, Gail, says not a day goes by when Mohogany isn't on her mind. She says every time she goes into that courtroom, it's like opening up a wound. But despite that, she says she will remain present for every single hearing. The district attorney said this case is, quote, a marathon, not a sprint, for justice, and it's going to take time. Mahogany wasn't just a headline. To her family, she was their baby. She was someone people gathered for at a candlelight vigil, holding pink balloons and lighting candles in her honor. She had hope, she had dreams, and to those who loved her, she was simply someone worth fighting for. That is everything I have on this case. In my opinion, I hope that they all at least rot behind bars for life. They all deserve it because what they did was absolutely horrific and awful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think they deserve the penalty? Do you think they should just be behind bars for life? Let me know. I post true crime videos, so if you like this type of content, follow so you don't miss my next one, and please stay safe out there because you never know what's right around the corner.